And hello everyone, welcome to another episode of XGR. Joining me today is, as usual, Anastasia Laserbeam,
Woo!
Rick the Hammer,
Hello.
and special guest, Marcus Shadow.
Hello.
But today it's the usual time we normally record, only it's going up live, ladies and gentlemen, unedited. So we will be talking about the third-party stuff to do with EA. And I shall kick it off as host, so I will talk about the fact Rabbids Invasion, the interactive TV show, is now going to be brought to PS4, Xbox 360, as well as the previously announced Xbox One, which may not be a big news for everyone, but they have said it's going to have over 400 activities, and you interact with the show, 20 episodes plus a downloadable one at launch and stuff. I really loved that TV show. I really did. And being able to interact with it in such a great way means I'm going to go out and buy the camera for the PS4 because I want that. But I assume no one else had anything to say about the Rabbids TV.
No, I didn't even see it.
So in other words, shut up and take your money?
There we go.
There we go.
But I will say, okay then, over to Anastasia Laserbeam for her first one.
Alright, my first one was the Mass Effect 4, because I'd love to see what they're going to do with that. It's like, and he said he's going to do aliens, and he said, but not with driving. I think they kind of said maybe you could roam the planet again, and you'd feel like city. So I think I did that said before, because I went to the rover. It wasn't bad, and it wasn't as bad as everybody said it was. I mean, it was pretty shitty, but it wasn't like a game breaker or anything. It wasn't like, okay, I'm putting this down. But hopefully you can do more exploration and stuff, and even though I think I can adapt to playing not for it. And new races and stuff, and I look really forward to it.
I will say, just for people listening, Stacey is having some technical issues. She did seem to break in and out there, but I believe she mentioned Mass Effect 4, which did look pretty damn cool, I will admit, with the new planets and stuff like that, which does look pretty cool.
I need to go see that trailer.
Wasn't it just like concept art?
It didn't have a trailer?
It was concept art, and I believe the footage they showed, they also had like a ship land down on a random planet. And they're like, it's going to be an all new planet. I was like, okay, you haven't shown us what's new about this planet. It looks like any other desert planet on these games, but cool, it's a new one.
Well, I think that being able to explore the planet again instead of the ones that they did once, because that didn't feel so bad.
Fair enough. What did you think about what they showed with that, Rick?
I don't know. I mean, the art looked kind of nice. That was all I really saw, and they're like, "Oh, fans wanted us to have new people and new places." And afterwards, they were talking to one of the people, and he's just like, "Well, after Mass Effect 3, I don't want to spoil it, but don't they kind of need to do that?"
Uh-huh. Yeah, plus to be fair, hasn't every Mass Effect done that? Isn't like Mass Effect 2, you got different planets of the first one, different characters. Yeah. Mass Effect 3.
Well, they added characters. I mean, you're still Shepard. I think people are like, we want a new main character or something.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it could be a different race. Maybe it could be Krogan now.
Yeah, but at the same time, as Mole's pointed out to me multiple times, is it Mass Effect Shepard's story?
I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, in my opinion, it's Shepard's story, but other people may be excited for the fourth one, which is kind of cool. I will admit, I'm hesitant to buy it, but I'm waiting to see what it looks like. Although, over to Richter for his first pick.
All right, my first one it doesn't have a name yet, but Criterion, who made the Burnout games, had a kind of a trailer talking about the next game they're making, which sounds pretty crazy. It's first person, and basically taking the idea of Burnout of like crashing and exploding and all that stuff with probably some racing in there. Basically, they added in lots of different types of vehicles, as Mole had pointed out, kind of like MotorStorm, where there was the different, like you could have ATVs and motorcycles and cars.
I
and
wish it was like Pacific Rim.
That's it. Oh, yeah. That's the game I'm working on. But but yeah, it looked kind of cool because it's first person, which is kind of weird. But you can basically, and one of the things they showed, you can like jump around vehicles. So they had the people in the helicopter racing around, and then they jumped out and landed on an ATV or snowmobile and just took off with that. And you see the helicopter just land behind them and explode. And I'm like, oh, it's cool. So I'm hoping it's more like the older Burnouts, like 3, because I think 3 was my favorite. But that looks kind of cool. I like the idea of just like whatever, just jump in a vehicle and race and explode and crash and just generally have fun.
Yeah, I also like the fact, while it's first person, what they seem to have shown off is most of the angles from everything is done through when people film themselves or wear helmets doing the actual sports and stuff. I was like, that's kind of a nice touch. It gives it the authenticity. Like Mirror's Edge had a bit of authenticity because they did the same thing with parkour artists. Parkour! But fair enough, I'm guessing nobody else had anything to say about that one, so take us away, Marcus.
Alright, the first one on my list I'm going to talk about is Tomb Raider and the Temple of Osiris, or as I like to call it, Diablo Tomb Raider. It looks a lot better than the other one, the first one that came out. And yes, this is, I think from what they've said, is actually the sequel to the game. At least they say it's the follow-up to it, so take that as you will. And I'm glad they decided to go, at least from what I could tell, I'm glad they decided to go with the Diablo style. And they've increased the number of players to 4, so yay. And I'm hoping, if the game turns out to be any good, I'm hoping one or more of the other people in this chat with me here will buy it and play it with me, because I think it'd be fun.
We will say the same thing you say of, I'll let you know at the time. Because there's been too many games where we said, let's buy as a group, and then it's been like, oh, I'll tell you at the time, and you buy it, and it's like, no. But, yeah. I believe that's back to me, so I shall talk about my next one, which is Battlefield Hardline.
Yes!
Oh my god, that looked amazing. The Battlefield Hardline, pretty much to me, out of all the games shown at E3, and it's different to each person, which is cool, and each person will give theirs, this is the one that won E3 for me. I mean, like I said, it was in a conference that featured Battlefront. They showed fuck all to do with that, and I left wanting to buy Battlefield. I'm like, the hell did you do wrong there? But the footage of the actual game looked amazing, or, as I believe Anastasia would say,
No!
amazeballs! But yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a case of, like, they showed like the vehicles that you can get on like a motorbike and go zoom through the city. Another one's taking out cops in helicopters, and you can fire a rocket launcher in a tunnel and collapse the fucking tunnel on a car. Or that whole crane sequence, the crane falls down, just goes vroom through the whole fucking building. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took so long to get a competitive multiplayer game that's basically cops versus robbers.
Yep.
Because it seems like that'd be one of the first things. And I haven't played many Battlefield games or much of any of them, but I love that the environment's destructible. So it's like cops and robbers that just blow everything up, and
Yep.
like, oh, we need to get through that wall. Okay,
Yeah.
like we need to block this street. Oh, why don't you just destroy the street? Okay, and like looks really fun.
Yeah, which
I
that
love
was
that they have semi-realistic environmental physics, but it's nudged like one step over into action movie territory, like with the whole, and I know Mole loved these two things, like with the whole rocket launcher taking out the the tunnel to not only take out the enemy but create a ramp up, or the crane. Oh my god!
It's like Jim's in the conversation. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just so people know, like I said, Anastasia's having some technical difficulties. Marcus Shadow isn't doing a James from our last video. He's actually at work at the moment and was nice enough to join us in case anything like that happens. But yeah, that looked awesome. Yeah, they brought that the destructible environments and stuff in, Rick, in the last Battlefield game, but it wasn't. Right. It didn't look as good, if that makes sense. It seemed more.
Yeah.
It looked better than the Call of Duty style one at the same time, but it looked more. I don't know. Like you knew where it was every time, whereas this one looked more like, whoa, there's so many little bits that it's kind of cool where they chained together.
I thought Bad Company had a lot of the destructible environments.
It might have. I know the fourth one they talked about. It's now got a dynamic engine for the blowing up stuff, and like you could blow up a skyscraper and bits would go everywhere and shit. You wouldn't know where they were going to land, and each time it'd be slightly different, which is kind of cool.
So does that move us to Richter then?
Yep, the next one is Richter.
Yay.
Although, I was going to touch upon slightly, with the Battlefield game, I think it's safe to say it's over. Modern, basically with what E3 has shown off, modern military shooters are officially over. Because all shooters, like Call of Duty, is now going into Titanfall, Killzone, futuristic Battlefront style games, whereas this one's going more into Paydays and stuff like that, which is great. I like that because, yay, they're actually, and like this is the first year where Call of Duty and Battlefield have looked so remarkably different that you could feasibly have a reason to purchase both, which, yay.
Nice.
But you know.
But I'm sorry no one else agreed.
Sorry. I just hope that Battlefield actually works properly this year. That's my hope. As I've told you guys before, I can't beat Battlefield 3 unless I want to play the whole game over again, which I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Nope.
Fair enough. But yeah, like I said, sorry if no one else agreed with what I'd said. I was just putting that out there while we were still on there. But over to Richter's news.
All right. Next one I wanted to talk about that was shown, at least one point I saw, was Borderlands, the pre-sequel, where they showed a little bit of play on the moon base with the lower gravity, and also, and one thing that makes sense, but I didn't really think about it until they were talking about it, you have an oxygen meter, because, well, you can't breathe when there's no atmosphere. So,
have you not watched Power Rangers?
That's true.
Or played Call of Duty.
This isn't a Power Rangers game, though.
Or Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That was amazing. But an oxygen meter does sound fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, it's another thing you can equip, so it actually, gives you stats like everything in Borderlands. And they also added basically a ground stomp. So when you jump up in the air, you can like smash. Well, I guess they call it a butt stomp. I don't know if it actually is because I mean it's first person, you can't really tell. But I'm like, ooh, a ground stomp, and you can actually like freeze enemies. I guess they added a new element.
Nice.
And I'm like, ooh, and apparently the higher up you are when you do the stomp, the more damage it does. And I'm thinking of a couple of areas in number 2 where I love just jumping off of it, and I'm like, oh, I want to stomp from there. It reminds me of like Crackdown, where like I would get to the top of the agent thing, and I'm like, the agent tower, and I'm like, I need to ground pound off of this, even though it'll kill me, just because, in like Infamous, you remember that too. Sometimes you get to a high point, and you're like, I need to ground pound just to see how strong this is.
Yep. I always do that in games like Hulk Ultimate Destruction. It's like jump up all the way down as hard as I can.
Just like, wee, boom, and you're like, ha 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 ha.
No, I would say from the way you're describing it, which works, this isn't an insult because I know a load of games do this. Are they doing the clever thing? Because this isn't Borderlands 3, it's technically a semi-spin-off, if you will, if it's a pre-sequel. They're trying new stuff now to see what works, And so you can try it out and see what people like, to see what to expand upon or what to fix for when they actually do Borderlands 3, which would make so much sense, because loads of games do that with like, oh, it's a spin-off, here's some new features, and some of them make it into the next one.
Yeah, I could...
Borderlands prequel.
Can you repeat that, Anastasia?
If it's gonna be the prequel, is Handsome Jack gonna have his whole face this time instead of like a cyborg face?
I could see that. Because I think he, as far as I remember, when they first announced it, he basically hired the 4 new, they're not Vault Hunters, I guess, this time, but he hires the 4 characters you can play as to take on the, whatever he's doing. Secure the moon, I guess.
Secure the moon.
Yeah.
From Piccolo-related accidents.
Yes. That should be the final boss. Yeah.
Sorry, you go.
I was just saying that I want that now, a giant monkey boss as a joke.
Yeah, a green dude with a cape just firing shit up to try and destroy you. Like, the fuck are you doing? Oh, that'd be amazing, and I wouldn't put it past the people to make the game. I mean, there was a Turtles reference in the last one.
Yeah, they have several pop culture references, so I could easily see them do something like that.
Yeah, and over to Anastasia.
Another one I'm looking forward to, although they didn't show a lot off, but they showed some stuff. The Dragon Age Inquisition. They showed like this giant battle, or I guess a multi-part battle, or kind of parts. This giant battle with the dragon, and it's got like the, what do you call it? What's the major witch? Morgan's mom. Flemeth.
Yeah.
They got the Flemeth dragon.
It was a high dragon. You don't know which one.
I'm just saying it had the Flemeth style horns.
Yeah.
But yeah, that looks pretty cool, and like I like to see more proper dragons, because in every game there's like maybe 1 or 2 like high dragons in the whole thing. So if high dragons could be more of a thing, that'd make me really happy. Because it's like, I just hate that like Skyrim has like what dragons than they'll ever have.
To be fair, the reason they normally only do a handful, like 1 or 2, or whatever you want to say, of the high dragons, is because they're so powerful. It's meant to be like an, oh my god, shit, one of these has finally come, not, oh god, it's this again.
No, but I want this to be like infested with dragons, you know?
Yep. Now I will say the new combat stuff looked cool, where you had the original combat where you got to play it like the regular Dragon Age games, or the more tactical one of stop and draw the lines and stuff. I was like, I like that. I really do like that. That's cool. It's the best of both worlds. And no one sing that song.
No, I'll kill you.
We don't have our singer here.
Good.
But well, the thing is with infesting it with dragons, they'd either have to make them terrible, or they'd have to make you absurdly powerful. Because if I remember in D&D, dragons are ridiculously overpowered, so you kind of don't want them everywhere.
Yeah, they are in Dragon Age too. They're ridiculously overpowered.
Because isn't Dragon Age really based off D&D? I thought they said.
Pretty much. With how powerful the dragons are, they're always like near the final boss or so, and it's like really fucking like, okay, you're gonna have to hit them with everything you've got. If there's more dragons, then yeah, like Richter said, you'd have to be overpowered, because you'd have to be able to take them out at like level 2 or 3 and shit to win, as well as end game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, you could put them sparingly, like I hate to say Skyrim again, but you could put sparingly, like maybe 4 or 5 dragons, you know, like in areas getting hit by all the time, but usually like maybe 1 per continent or something, since this is like several countries.
If they do that, they need to take the piss. The one in the UK needs to be a big red dragon that looks like the flag of Wales. In Asia, the continent dragon there needs to be the Chinese-style dragon, so you get the different dragons that you see. That'd be amazing.
Wait, what country in Thetis would be like Asia? I don't think I saw anybody that was Asian, like.
I don't know. You said continents, which means and they're expanding to places we've never been. So it stands to reason there will be a tribe that represents Asians in terms of our world. Like there'll be one that represents like Africa or places like that.
Yeah, I always thought we represented to Wintermost just because, I don't know, the slaves and the greed and everything. It sounds very much like America.
I'm surprised he didn't go with a short joke.
It's not funny if he's not here.
Oh.
But we're looking
He's
forward to
here.
that.
Yeah, oh, he's here. He'll be back, and in greater number. But no, okay, so back to me, since Marcus... Oh no, Marcus is back. I just saw him get unmuted.
I'm here.
Back to Marcus.
Ooh.
Lovely, wonderful Marcus.
So, the other one I have on my list.
Sexual Marcus.
Okay then.
I was just thinking if I would distract you, I keep introducing you more and more sensually.
But yes, the other game I have on my list is Rainbow Six Siege. This is probably the game that won E3 for me. This is the game I'm most excited about because I have Rainbow Six Vegas, which I love. I love squad-based stuff, and especially if it's multiplayer because I can play it with friends. And I know Richter and I played a lot of Vegas when I had Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
It pains me to see that he's muted. Oh, no, he's there. But, yeah, this game looks amazing. It's more, defined classes now, so to speak, because you have, like, the big heavy with the machine gun and the shield. You have, like, a sniper. You have the explosives expert with, like, rolled up, like, C4 packs and stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of tactics involved, which I love. I love games where it's like, okay, you actually have to work together as a team.
yeah, it's like I said with Battlefield. It's great that they've gone into more payday territory.
Mm-hmm.
Although I have seen some people ask this, which I don't know: is it actually Rainbow Six? Because I saw some people were looking at it saying it looked more like one of the other Tom Clancy games, or something was, how was it, like SWAT or whatever it was called, not like how the Rainbow Six games operate. And I was like,
Kind of.
And I was like, fair enough. But I will admit, as not a big fan of the Rainbow Six games, I'm still planning to pick this game up. It did look cool, blowing the fuck through the roof.
And I also love, and I don't know how realistic this is, but I love, at least with the gameplay that they showed, is, yes, there are cops showing up, but it was more like terrorist being anti-terrorist kind of team struggling for control of a hostage, which I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yep,
because you
that
were
did
the
look
cops
cool.
technically, but yeah.
I did look pretty cool. My only worry with that is because they didn't show too much of the hostage. Does that make sense? I'm worried. Please, dear God, do not let that hostage, if it's AI, have the AI intelligence of other games. Like, I don't want to be like, okay, we got the hostage. Wait, no, she's wiggled free. No, she's going towards him. What the fuck are you doing? Which hopefully they don't, because there was nothing in the trailer to suggest that. I was just saying, that's the one thing that would let that game down. But it looks amazing, and I will totally be buying that on PS4 probably, or 3, depending on which one everyone gets it on. I think it's only on 4, though I'm not sure.
Yeah, hopefully it's 4, because I'm hoping that if there's like 4 of us playing it, we can like stream that shit. That'd be awesome.
It'd be fun.
Richter, you remember the mission we got stuck on Vegas, right? The one where we just could not defend the area whatsoever.
Vegas 1 or 2?
I will also say we should be getting another guest. Hopefully.
It was Vegas too, because we were in the upper area and there was like a staircase that went downstairs, and there was a wall and you could go around the wall to go outside.
Was it the one that was like a place being built?
Yeah, so it's like, kind of like
Murder
a construction
Town?
area. Yeah.
Murder Town, dude. That one is
Murder Town.
so hard.
Yeah, can you imagine? We never finished that. That's how hard it was. And there was
Not the two of us. I had to, yeah.
Oh, that's right. We pulled it. Didn't you pull in like friends, and we had like a full team, and we still like couldn't do it?
I don't remember. I know I eventually did it, but I basically needed 4 people that were all like
yeah, you probably do.
experienced people. You know, like that map. For some reason, that map is like the worst. That one's crazy.
Now, can you imagine that with the physics of the new game?
Yeah, that'd
And
be a lot
the
easier.
classes of the new game. Like, Richter,
I know there's a
stand at
guy
the
on
top
this
of the stairs and
wall.
put the shield out. Yeah, when I saw what was possible in the new game, I was like, oh, the maps are going to be doable.
To be fair though, wouldn't taking the new physics and putting in the old ones, would be really fucking cheating, as the old ones were built around the old physics. Like this one's gonna be built around this physics. It's means like, yeah, the other one you could have just gone, yeah, fuck off, I'm the Kool-Aid man, boom through the wall.
Yes and no, because don't forget the AI also has access to those physics.
They do, but I was just saying
But it's the AI.
I was on about with how they're designed,
that's
or how
true.
the missions were. But the new physics, like some of the stuff they showed off, the explosions, the reconnaissance droid, I love the fact one person can just stay outside with a sniper and snipe.
Yeah.
Hi, Crispy.
Oh, no bell noise.
What was that?
I thought you were gonna do the bell noise.
I'm sorry. Hi, Crispy.
The sniper. I'd be the recon guy. I'd be the guy with the drone and the explosives. That looks like so much fun.
Would you actually shoot people, or would you just sit back and let us die horrible deaths while watching them from a camera like a creepo? Oh, this one's gonna get him. What are you mumbling about? Son of a!
He would be watching through the camera, and then it would go into the Human Centipede 2 territory of his character be masturbating to it.
He's watching murder porn.
Yes. He's like, oh yeah. Or even better, how hilarious would it be if his character looks exactly like Zack Ryder, and he's like, whoa, he's gonna get 2 million hits on YouTube, brah! And he's holding out like a little phone as his droid. Help us! No, brah, think of the hits!
The hits.
But back to me.
Yeah, that game looks like immense fun. That game just looks like a game I'm going to have a lot of fun with.
It does look fun. Like I said, that and Battlefield with the more objective-based shooters, that's going to be great for multiplayer. I love that type of stuff more than I do other first-person shooters where your goal is just to go in there and shoot everything. I'm like, where's the tactics? Where's the fun?
Now, I will mention one thing you did mention to me, Mo, that you didn't like, that I said, I could go either way with it, and that is with
What,
Siege.
genders the fuck?
With Rainbow Six Siege, once you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
which means
friends can
hopefully
You're not-
hopefully our friends are able to get us up. I mean, I'm hoping, and I don't know who it'd be, like some random douche who's just looking through the camera, sees our bod, and he's like, I can't get you, I'm in the middle of my move.
Well, in the
Whoever
trailer,
that may be.
they had a guy get another guy up.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, whoever that may be that would leave us to
Yeah,
die.
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure.
trying to imply anything. Cough. Cough. Oh, that's a douchey move. But no. I have a few on my list. The next one I'll talk about, and I know Anastasia also likes this game, Valiant Hearts.
Oh my god, it's so good!
Yeah, they touched upon a territory that hasn't been touched upon in many games. World War One. We've had World War Two and stuff like that, but instead of making it like Call of Duty and World War One, it's actually sort of like Rayman Legends, and they've included facts and photos from the actual war, and it's all story driven about like what the people went through. Like even in the narration, there's stuff about your letters that never got sent and stuff like that, which it looks amazing. That looks like such a great story or character study, if you will, of World War One, which I don't mind doing something that serious in a cartoony way if it gets the point across. It's like South Park can do real issues and give it to the masses in a cartoony way, which is why I loved South Park. Which it's great when you get that, and it's so unique to what the types of stories and situations that we see characters regularly in that I like it. And oh, you even get a little puppy.
Is that one of the new indie titles?
I thought you
Nope.
played as the puppy.
No, it was made by It was made by Ubisoft, and it's using the Rayman Legends engine. And
That's
it's the
surprising.
people who make Rayman too. So yeah. And you might play as the puppy. I thought you got a choice because at one point he was a big heavy guy jumping up and down.
Well, I thought based off the trailer, I thought it was that the dog. What the? Oh, the dog was. Hello. Was like
Hello,
the
Aeon.
main character, and he just interacted with the other ones. If that makes sense.
That does make sense. Like you were playing as a dog and interacting with the others. That does totally make sense.
Like the other guy, and he was basically befriending them for the period of their life where they were in the war. If that makes sense.
Yeah, which that would also work.
Yeah.
And I will say right now, well, since we already greeted him, I will say since this is his first appearance on XGR, give it up for Aeon Rider from XGR from the X Pound.
Oh yeah! Sorry, I had to do that.
Yep. So over to Anastasia for her game.
I had was Assassin's Creed Unity. I haven't really played the latest one, Assassin's Creed. I'm playing Assassin's Creed 4 right now. Like, I really like this one right now. I'm going to incorporate more in Assassin's Creed Unity. And the whole revolution, I think it takes place in, is that it? Ish, I don't know.
Wasn't Unity? Unity was wasn't it during the French Revolution?
Yes.
Yes.
Revolution. And it looks really awesome and stuff. So I really want to check out the next one. Hopefully this one, current one. By the time I get to that, it looks really awesome to see like the whole time period, and I like the whole heads on pikes thing, and I was just really digging the whole vibe of it.
Yep. And fun fact for everyone here, just because it's racist and douchey. Did you know the French Revolution is the only war in which the French have actually won? Admittedly, they were against themselves, but still, they won. It counts.
You cheese-eating surrender monkeys!
Yep. And I love the fact that Aeon is currently using a picture of Simon.
Hey, that's not Simon. That's one of my RPG characters on a totally different network.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I will say I've only ever played the first Assassin's Creed, which I did like. This game may make me buy another Assassin's Creed, because I don't know if you're planning to get it, Richter, but I want to play this with you. Multiple assassins working together? Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, it looks like they finally made a good multiplayer mode for Assassin's Creed.
Yes. Yeah, this and Rainbow Six are the two games I want to play with you, dude.
Isn't this the logical step beyond what they did in Brotherhood? Now, I know I didn't like Brotherhood, but didn't they introduce multiple in that and teams or multiplayer-ish?
I was told they introduced a multiplayer in Brotherhood, but having no one to play with, I never experienced it.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah.
You didn't have anyone to play with? I'm sorry, my finger slipped. But back to Richter.
All right. So, next one I wanted to talk about. They showed a little bit of from Bandai Namco or Bamco. Yay, it's canon now. Was
Namco
Lords...
Bandai.
No, they're changing it to Bandai Namco. So now when I say Bamco, I don't have to explain it. But they showed off Lords of the Fallen, which when they first showed it, I was like, oh, cool, it's like an action RPG. But the one thing I'm a little have a little trepidation about is that they seem to be basically modeling it off of Dark Souls, which okay, but you know, Bamco's also the one that releases it, so I'm like, are they going to alternate? Like, are they trying to cannibalize their own audience? Like, it just seems kind of odd, like that they're going to model it so much after it, at least by what they were saying.
To be
But
fair,
it's
isn't
kinda neat.
to be fair, isn't that how Rockstar's made all their money?
But they space them out.
Oh, I was thinking like Red Dead Redemption
Oh.
and Bully are basically GTA in the Wild West or in a school.
Yeah. Well, they only had one Bully,
Walk-
and that was 8 years ago. They
Yeah.
should do.
They should do a Bully too.
Yeah. For a Blizzard example, Warcraft 2, StarCraft Strike Brood Wars, Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
StarCraft was derided as just Warcraft in space.
Wait,
It is. It's Warhammer.
there's a World of Warcraft 3?
No, you baka. Warcraft 3 came out before World of Warcraft.
What?
Something came before World of... No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in this world anymore.
Those who are from the 90s will know what I mean.
Oh, I knew exactly what you meant, hence why I was doing it sarcastically.
Yeah, but that was for the people who didn't get the sarcasm.
Oh, if they don't get every time I'm sarcastic on this show, they're not going to watch it often. Because they're going to think we're all idiots.
Sadly, that's true in some cases.
Hey,
Really,
leave
move on
Stacey
to the
alone,
next.
she's being quiet.
Actually, I was talking about the one who we've got a noun for.
Oh, I know who you're on about. You're on about Rick doing every time we're talking about video games, like, oh, don't go balding it again. I'm kidding, that's not a noun. He's
I don't
referring
even
to
know how
you.
that would work.
Yeah.
I'm out of gun, oh, stop balding. One A1 respect for ding. No. But no, over to, I'm going to go with, like a flow because of the order, I'm going to go with Marcus, unless you weren't you talking about Lord of the Fallen still?
No.
Oh, I thought we'd interrupted you.
No.
Over to Marcus.
I don't think I have anything else. I didn't watch most of the third-party stuff.
Fair enough. How about Aeon?
GTA 5, PC, Fighter fucking Lee!
Oh, it's already on PS3.
Yeah. And it's coming to other good systems, too. Kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, funny thing is, PlayStation 4 is running a variant of a Unix-based OS, whereas the Xbox is running Windows. So, PS4, Xbox, PC, it's going to be the same fucking game pretty much.
Pretty much. Oh, I will admit, it's about time they dumbed down a console game for PC gamers. It's about time.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm just taking the piss because of all the stuff people mention with Diablo and every time consoles get ports. Like Grim Fandango's coming out, woo! But that was during the PlayStation conference.
It's not as good as the original PC version.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just...
Actually, I still
Was
got a
that from,
legit
like,
copy of
89 or
GTA
something?
2.
Yeah. Now I will say with Grim Fandango, I will say one bad thing. People aren't sure if it's actually coming out on PC, the HD remaster, because they weren't sure if it's timed exclusive or exclusive. And I will say that game does need to go on the PC. I will admit that one definitely needs to go on the PC. If it's a HD remake of an old PC game, put it on the PC as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for a HD remake of the old Monkey Island games.
We have them. I own them on PS3, and I believe they also did them on PC. I also believe they did them on PC because they remastered them, and you have the ability to press a button and swap between original graphics and new HD drawn cartoon graphics.
I need to play that game.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome. I have them. Secret of Monkey Island 1 and the second one.
I
I
bought
love
the
them.
first one on Xbox when it was like dirt cheap, and I still haven't played it.
Nice. Yeah, I have those two, and I also have the Tales. I love the Monkey Island series.
I want an HD remake of Doom and Doom 2. It would basically be one extended horde mode. That's all it is.
I want a HD remake of Mario Galaxy.
I want one of Monster Hunter 3. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so there is Special Edition Secret of Monkey Island 2, at least on Steam.
Hey, cool. But
But it seems to be the only two apart from Tales, which was done by Telltale.
Yep. I believe it's back to me, and I will throw a bone out now to PC gamers. PC game, third party, Sims 4. It looks amazing. I love the Sims games. I will admit, I do love the Sims game, and that is a game that would make me want to buy a better PC because I love the Sims game. What they've added this time is your Sims remember and learn and adapt and think more. Like, for example, in the trailer, they showed this old woman got pissed off at the guy's bad poetry and beat him up, and because he's meant to be an arrogant hothead, he doesn't like losing the fight. So the next day, he's still steaming about it, he's still thinking about it, he's looking for an excuse to punch someone. I'm like, that's kind of cool. That's great AI. I love that.
For a second, when you said remember, I thought, oh, well, remember when my master tells me to jump in the fire, I'm going to remember his thought this time and not do it.
Yeah, but I do like the fact and apparently, like they said, the way the world works, every sim is having their own brand new, unique story. You may be following yours, but at the same time yours is going on. It's sort of like Skyrim, where the world evolves, it's alive around you. The whole world's alive. Like on Skyrim, where there was a case and there was a video of, while someone wasn't doing anything and didn't influence the world, he saw a pickpocketer steal something, and then get chased all around. He followed it to capture it, being chased all the way around with the money before the police caught him and killed him. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. And I don't know if anyone here actually likes The Sims, but I think that's a great new territory. And it's definitely a step in the right direction for AI from what it seems. So cool.
So
Yeah,
it's real life the video game?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I've still got a copy of either Sims 2 or Sims 3 floating around somewhere.
Hey, nice. I have The Sims 1, 2, 3, and Medieval. I love The Sims.
I kind of wish they did a HD remake of the original SimCity 2000.
Fair enough. That would be pretty cool. But
No fucking always online DRM bullshit.
to be fair, the new one doesn't have that anymore.
Does it still crash if the servers go down?
No, they actually listened to people, and they gave us an offline patch ages ago.
Say what?
Yeah, it's got an offline mode. I have that game. It's got an offline mode. They listen to people the way Microsoft likes to listen to people, which makes Xbox One fucking awesome at the moment. But over to Pew Pew.
On Xbox One for Project Spark. But on the other side, nope. I think that's all my games I had.
Okay. Did you have any more, Rick?
Did you want me to mention The Division?
Yeah, you can do.
Okay. Well, they I think they broke it up, but they showed some more gameplay of The Division, and they showed like I guess the backstory of it. I don't know if that's the intro in the game or not, but they showed like a brief glimpse last year, and they showed a little bit more this year. Still looks pretty cool. Squad-based shooter. Looks like it's class-based, so definitely in a market with a lot of choices. But it looked kind of cool just because it was more realistic setting. Like virus. It's like zombies, virus in New York, and now you're the survivors. And it doesn't look so much like you're fighting zombies as also you're fighting what's more dangerous than zombies in a zombie apocalypse, which are other survivors. So I don't know. It looked kind of cool.
That did look pretty cool. Now, I will say that is also kind of weird, unless I'm getting the order wrong. Didn't they technically bookmark or whatever you want to call it, the Ubisoft conference by showing The Division and then ending with Siege? So technically both the start and the end were Tom Clancy. Is that because either A, they know those games are popular? Is it B, because Tom Clancy has died recently and that could be in honor of him?
Maybe. Or it was coincidental. Who knows?
Or it's because he died recently and Ubisoft thought...
Well, supposedly they did purchase the trademark to his name a couple years ago. I don't know if that was true or not, but
That'd be amazing. Like if he goes to get a bank loan, he signs it. Sorry, you don't own your name anymore. What? You can't have a loan. No.
I think they paid him enough. He doesn't need a loan.
Yeah, they bought his name.
They're like, "Oh, aren't you that guy that used to be Tom Clancy?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm just a symbol now." What symbol? He just holds up a dollar bill.
Well, at least he's not the impronounceable symbol that was formerly Prince's symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, to be fair with that,
Okay.
every time Prince renames himself, you're just gonna call him Prince.
I know. Same
Yeah.
with Puff Daddy, P Diddy. Like,
Yeah, isn't he something else now? I do
Wow.
admit I have called him P Diddy in the past and Puff Daddy, but isn't he something else now?
at one point, I think he was like D Dirty Money or something stupid, and people are like, "God, you're an idiot."
Yeah.
I just call him by his real name. I just call him Sean.
Yeah, well, I do think it's amazing that when the economic crisis of 2008 hit America and everyone was making less and less money, 50 cents became 10 cents. That was an amazing name change. It didn't, but that was a bit awesome.
Yeah. Oh, have you heard about Snoop Lion?
Yes.
What?
Snoop Doggy Dog, now Snoop Lion.
Oy vey.
Because people weren't taking him seriously, so he decided, no, what do people like more than dogs? Lions.
But I think that's went back.
Ow!
Well, because he was doing reggae, that's why it was Lion.
Well,
I
to
don't
be
know.
Back to dog though, like from the lion, but now it's back to dog because people it didn't like it wasn't well received.
Yeah.
to be fair, our own resident hip hop artist did recently change his name from QJ to QJ of Vaudeville. So there you go.
To be fair, that's not changing his name, that's expanding his name.
No, he literally changed it because when it was QJ, he had it all spelled out like
Oh.
Japanese, like KYUUJAY. Now it's literally QJ of Vaudeville.
Yep. Hey, QJ.
Go check out his stuff; it's really good.
Yep. But
Expensive T-shirts.
Yep, but since I don't think does anyone else have any more, or should I wrap this up
Nope.
with the third-party stuff part 1?
Take us home.
Okay, I was your host, Chris, aka the Mole. I'd like to thank my not usual 2 co-hosts of Anastasia Laserbeam and Rick the Hammer, and a very special thanks to our special guests, Marcus Shadow and Aeon Rider.
And you're welcome.
Yep.
You're sorry.
See you.